And the LAPD is also under scrutiny now because over the years, thousands of complaints have been filed against the LAPD for racial bias. And just recently, only one police officer was arrested. I mean, not arrested. He was fired. He
Hmm.
was fired for racial bias. And now that one cop, he's saying, wait up. I'm not the only one that was behaving like this.
Oh, now you pointing a finger, huh?
So, but we all know that when there's a little controversy and there's an investigation, somebody got to be the fall guy,
Hmm.
and when you're the fall guy, yeah, it don't feel good. So this officer Edgar Garcia Canino was the fall guy. He was terminated, and guess what he's doing right now, bro?
Telling on everybody else.
He's gonna sue. He's
Oh,
he's gonna
okay.
sue. Well, his lawsuit has got to tell on everyone else because he's got to explain everything in his lawsuit. So, all right. So I got this article here from the L.A. Times. And over the past decade, LAPD has received thousands of complaints targeting people solely because of their race, ethnicity, or some other form of outward appearance. But only one has been fired for it. The now former officer, Edgar Garcia, was part of a San Fernando Valley anti gang unit whose members were alleged to have improperly pulled over and searched hundreds of motorists.
Hmm.
Edgar Cancino has appealed his termination, arguing that other officers in his unit carried out more of the problematic stops. He claimed the department sought to make an example of him because he refused to implicate his superiors in wrongdoing. So we
But
got to,
now he doing it.
yeah. I was about to say
Come on, bro.
he's kind of wishy washy here, right?
Mm-hmm.
At first he's like, nah, I don't want to mention anybody else. And they're like, okay, fired. Now that you're fired, okay, I'm gonna mention everybody, but I'm gonna sue y'all. So why not get some money out of it? Now, Officer Edgar Garcia Cancino, you're one of us now. Now you know what it's like.
Hmm.
Now you know what it feels like to be discriminated against. Okay, let me finish this paragraph here. Accusations of racial profiling have long plagued the department, alienating generations of black and brown Angelenos, known within the LAPD as biased policing. Such complaints have persisted despite repeated attempts to enact reform. Years of studies of researchers and reporting by the LA Times and other news outlets have found blacks and Latinos are subjected to stops, frisks, searches, and arrests at significantly higher rates than whites, regardless of whether they live in high crime areas.
Hmm.
Past LAPD chiefs have acknowledged isolated cases of profiling may occur. Yeah, right. Isolated only. Get out of here with that. But at the same time, they have denied that there's widespread systematic problems, Munchie.
Yeah. Of course they go deny it, but yeah, the boy right here, he real wishy washy, like you said.
Hey, he did the right thing in the beginning. He was questioned for their practices.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically saying we're following orders. Okay, well then who's giving you the orders? Well, I don't want to get into all that.
Right.
Which is what you're supposed to do, right?
Right.
Internal Affairs wants to know though. They want to know.
Internal affairs don't do their job a lot of times.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know which version of Internal Affairs you're getting.
Right.
The cover up version or you really gonna do something version.
Right.
But here's my thing though, when you do go to Internal Affairs and you're
It's
being
somebody
questioned,
within that department.
but whenever you are answering questions within the department of what you're doing and why you're doing it, as a police officer, you're supposed to answer those questions honestly. You can't just say, "No, I don't want to answer that. No, I don't want to get into all of that."
Nah, that's my boy.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know that if you mention your sergeant or your lieutenant, you're gonna have a target on your back because what do they hate just as much as the streets hate?
Snitches.
They hate snitches too.
Right.
They hate it too. So, dang, I was just watching or listening to something the other day, and the police said, "Where'd they find this dirty ass snitch from?" Steph, what was that? What I was watching? Do you remember? That was
The
hilarious.
police is referring to who?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
A snitch off the street or a snitch in a department?
Off the street. I was
Right.
like, where'd they find this? Oh, we was watching a movie where everyone was. What movie was that? It was a great line when the cop comes in the room. They got an informant in the interrogation room. Cop walks in and he says something like, "Where'd they get this dirty ass snitch from?" And that's how they feel.
No, I just explained that to somebody.
Yeah.
Like I explained that to a few people, but how law enforcement looked at cooperants and snitches, but you know.
And that's the reason why this officer, Edgar Garcia Canino, initially did not want to answer all those questions
Hmm.
because he understands the ramifications of that.
Hmm.
He wants to keep his career.
Right.
And the
Yeah.
last thing he thought, they're going to fire me.
Yeah, he would have got politicked on. He would have taught on the sergeant.
Yeah. So it says here the allegations against Cancino largely hinge on two stops, according to his attorney. In May 2023, Cancino and his partner pulled over a man for allegedly speeding and having tinted windows. Hey, that tinted windows is always the excuse.
That's the biggest excuse. Yo,
Yeah.
and it don't even be like it be at the right percentage of tint.
Yeah, how can you tell from that distance whether or not this level of tint is illegal?
And you pulling me up from behind. You're not even on the side of my car. You pulling, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, that's the number one excuse.
They call that a pretext stop, but cops never want to admit that was a pretext because I really wanted to find out what was going on with you.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulled over. The vehicle's registration turned out to be expired. Okay. And his lawyer said, but the driver was allowed to leave without a citation after the officer searched his vehicle and found nothing incriminating. When interviewed about the incident later, according to his attorney, the motorist told police investigators that Cancino had stopped him because I looked like a G or a gangster. A few months later, the attorney said that Cancino was involved in another questionable stop, this time of a pedestrian who was later lodged a complaint alleging he was profiled. Okay, so here's my problem with this, Munchie. I'm all for terminating this cop for making these illegal stops.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, there's at least 100 other cops that do the same exact thing.
Well, guess what? You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, but at least they should have grouped. They should have had at least a small group of 5 or 6 cops.
Well, they gonna have it now. He telling.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But you can't. I mean, you gotta start somewhere. So they starting with him. I know there's other people that do it, but you gotta be the first. You gotta take the blow. First one through the door.
Hey, I was with my son about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was just me and him in the driving. I was driving. We get pulled over. I didn't do anything wrong in terms of a traffic violation. My registration is everything is good. Cop says, "Yeah, I pulled you over because your license plate lights aren't lighting up your plate."
Mm.
I'm like, "For real?"
That's a Noah.
Yeah. I was like, "You sure about that?" He's like, "Yeah, you need to have the light bulb. Your light bulbs went out. Let me get your registration and all that stuff." Give him it all. He lets me go. I go home. I check my plates. The lights were working, bro. I didn't. The bulbs were working that lit up the plate.
Hmm.
I should have followed through with that. I should have filed a report, a complaint. I didn't.
That was a good one though.
Yeah.
That was a good one. 'Cause I ain't heard that one.
Oh yeah. I saw it on a YouTube video once. I was like, wow, I got pulled over for that once. I think that's the new tinted windows is a go to. Now I believe the light not lighting up your plate because those bulbs do go out a lot. That's another go to.
Ain't nobody replacing that. Nobody even thinking to replace that either.
Hey, I just told my son the other day your plate is not lit, and he still hasn't replaced the bulb, because I know that's gonna happen to him. He's gonna get pulled over for that bulb.
Nah, that one rare. The dude that pulled you over, he is different.
I'm trying to remember what a Culver City cop pulled me over for a BS reason, as well. Can't remember. Oh, I didn't have a license plate on the front of the car. He pulled me over. He did a U-turn. He busted a U-turn on me. Said, "Hey,
is that mandatory?"
It is. I looked it up. California says you gotta have. Not all states require this.
Yeah.
But California requires you have a plate on the front and the back.
Yeah, because some people got their license plate in the windshield.
You can get pulled over for that too. It's got to be. It's got to be on the bumper. So yeah, this guy's gonna sue. It says here, according to the California Department of Justice, 48 allegations of bias have been brought to the LAPD between 2016 and 2025. Of those, only 3 were sustained. Isn't that crazy? 3 out of almost 5,000 complaints. The department's rates mirror those of most other law enforcement agents across the state. Los Angeles Sheriff Department, which received roughly 10% fewer complaints over this span, has sustained only 6 racial bias allegations against its deputies. They need to have, Munchie, an outside neutral group looking at this data, making the decisions. We cannot trust them making the decisions for themselves.
Overstood. I agree with you.
Some sort of like commission outside of the police to look at these complaints, because they're never going to say in great numbers, yeah, we got a problem with pulling people over for no reason. We thought he was a gangster, we pulled him over.
Violation looking like a G.
Looking like a G.
PC looking like a G.
And then and tore that person's car up, violating their Fourth Amendment, just going through all their private space for no legitimate reason because he looked like a G. That's a crime. That's a violation of anytime you violate the Constitution, I call that a crime. You violate my First Amendment right, my Fourth Amendment right, my Fifth Amendment right, you're committing a crime. And that's what they did to this one person. And I guess that's why they terminated this officer. But we all know, I'm sure they do it in Inglewood too.
Everywhere. It's a practice amongst the police.
Hey, man, them Inglewood PD in the park that time when I was over there recording, they was out of control.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to share that again. React to it.
They only took one guy to jail, though, right?
No, nobody went.
Nobody went to jail.
Uh-uh.
And then one of your boys was tripping on me for recording. I'm like, man, this is what we're supposed to do, record the police.
The lady was all in your face with her breath humming. Remember?
Yeah.
You was like, lady, you spitting on my face.
Yeah, she had a problem, man. She was definitely pro-police.
Oh, yeah, she was a Karen.
A black Karen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it says here, Jim Willis, a former LAPD detective who later worked for the LA Police Commission Inspector General's office, pointed to past audits that found serious shortcomings in the department's investigation of racial bias complaints. So this is a former cop saying, yeah, there is a problem with the way we investigate these, and we need to do a better job, and we need to hold more police officers accountable for pulling over people because they look like a G.
Stereotyping people, prejudging.
Yeah.
Prejudice.
So, and I'm sure that's not just a LA problem. Man, this problem is probably in all large cities. I see it on YouTube, pulling people over. What are we going to pull them over for? Coming up with a
amongst
reason.
Each other, yeah.
Or they'll pull you over, and then once they pull you over, they get to talking. That's a lot of times they mute their body cams. Well, what we gonna get them on?
You know, he didn't throw on a signal. You know what I mean? Yeah, failure to yield. All right, let's go.
Did you see the one where the female police officer found a closed bottle of alcohol in the dude's car? She opens up the bottle of alcohol, pours a little bit out, closes it, and throws it in his front seat and tries to get him for a DUI, open container. This is all on body cam.
Meet Calvin Riley. He's being stopped by the Tallahassee Police Department on South Monroe.
Hello, sir. I'm Officer Oliver with Tallahassee Police Department. Do you have
She'll
your driver's
plant evidence
license
of an empty liquor bottle in Riley's car before arresting him for an alleged DUI. Riley's license is suspended, and officers decide to arrest Riley on a first offense for his suspended license.
Would you be willing to do some voluntary field sobriety exercises?
Not really.
Okay. Here, go ahead and step out of the vehicle for us.
They didn't tell him the consequences of refusing that voluntary test.
Just go ahead and face the corner of the car for us. Your license is
After
suspended,
detaining
so
Riley,
we're gonna
they ask him if he smoked any marijuana.
Mr. Riley, I got a quick question for you.
No problem.
So I smelled marijuana in your vehicle. Did you recently smoke?
No.
Once he's arrested for driving with a suspended license, they can search his car. Officer Oliver leaves the car, does a 360, and then goes back in the car, retrieving a sealed liquor bottle and pours it out. That was the sound of the seal on the liquor bottle breaking. Here's another angle. While Officer Muth questions Riley about marijuana
Did
again,
somebody else smoke in your car earlier?
Oliver tosses the empty bottle into the passenger seat. They don't find any marijuana in the car. Here's Officer Oliver implying to Officer Muth that the empty bottle was likely what was in a cup in Riley's center console.
Cover where like the knee would sit. There's an opening, and he had it like tucked.
Okay.
And then the whatever he had in his cup also stuck.
Then Officer Muth tells a senior officer that they found open alcohol in the car,
That's
in both a
about what
bottle
happened
and a
the
cup.
first
Did y'all
time.
search the car?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing in there?
No. Well, okay, so he had a bunch of alcohol stashed in there, but
Nothing open or anything?
yeah, open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, in his like Tervis in the center console, he had a mixed drink, and then under his knee, he had a like little bottle of vodka tucked away.
When officers group to discuss the case, they all ask each other if their body cameras are off.
We're still on. Any evidence of that?
Marijuana.
Yeah.
Are you still on?
The video ends at this point. Riley's arrest report states, quote, "A search of Riley's vehicle yielded a small bottle of vodka that was opened in a pocket in the driver's seat cover."
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, you have an open container in your car. Yeah. Oh, that's cold. I wonder what city or state this was in.
I don't remember, but then they sued, and they questioned her during the deposition, and she said that she didn't remember doing all of that, and she only remembered seeing the body cam. So check this out: if there was no body cam, she would have charged him with a DUI. Said that she found the open container, because that's what she did. She told another cop that came after, yeah, he had an open container in his car. And she basically set him up.
Right.
She planted evidence. That's what she did. She basically planted evidence, and she did it on her body cam, which is wild.
Now, after Mr. Riley was arrested, you searched the car, is that correct?
Correct.
Prior to the search, you put on gloves?
Correct.
And that's just standard procedure?
Correct.
And that's because you don't want to contaminate any evidence?
Or get anything on myself. Correct.
Right. It's also a safety measure?
Yes.
During that search, you found a bottle of alcohol?
Correct.
And that was found in a pouch on the front of the driver's seat?
Correct.
I think you said earlier it would be if the driver was sitting behind their calves, behind their knees, is that right?
Yeah, behind the knees area.
And the bottle you found in that pouch was the 20-gram vodka, correct?
Correct.
And it was a smaller bottle,
Correct.
but bigger than the ones you get on planes.
Yes.
And the bottle was a twist top.
Correct.
When you found the bottle, you took it out of the pouch,
Correct.
and then you put the bottle on the seat,
Yes.
and you continued then to search the car.
Correct.
As part of that search, you opened containers you found in the car, correct?
Correct.
During that search, you didn't find any marijuana.
No.
You didn't find any joints.
No.
You didn't find any paraphernalia.
No.
You didn't find any evidence of marijuana besides the smell.
Correct.
Before finishing the search, you went back to that 20-gram bottle that you left on the driver's seat.
Correct.
And you picked up that bottle.
Yes.
You opened that bottle.
Correct.
That bottle was sealed before you opened it.
Yes.
And so you twisted the top of the bottle
Yes.
and you broke the seal.
Correct.
And you, after you opened it, you dumped out the contents.
Correct.
You dumped it onto the road.
Correct.
Then you put the top back on the bottle.
Yes.
Then you put the bottle back into the car.
Yes.
You threw it on the passenger side.
Yes.
Earlier you said that was just standard protocol.
Correct.
So you usually unseal alcohol bottles and dump them out.
Typically, I don't unseal them, but as I was twisting, I realized it was unopened, and that was my fault.
And has that always been your testimony?
No.
No, but previously you said that you didn't unseal it.
Correct. I didn't believe I did.
But now you know that you did unseal it.
Yes, watching my body camera.
She didn't think whoever this was would go the distance and speak out about it.
Oh, he went the distance.
That'd be the problem. They don't expect us. They just think people will just go accept what the BS.
And that's the problem that I had when I should have reported that officer who pulled me over for a bulb that was out that never really was out. I just let it go. I didn't have time for it. And who knows, that deputy, I believe it was a sheriff, how many more people has he pulled over since he pulled me over for no reason?
I think you told me about this like a while ago, but I forgot. But I think you're the only person I ever heard of getting put over for that reason. Ever. That's why I said that's a new one.
Hey, they're pulling people over off of bicycles for not having the little lights now. That's a law now.
Or the reflector.
No, not a reflector. You actually have to have a light on your handlebars and a light on your rear seat.
Yeah, I went to jail for riding a bike on the sidewalk. I mean, we know they petty, man.
Yeah.
These are misdemeanor cops, man. They're not solving no real crimes. No women getting robbed and their purses snatched. No unalivings, and you know what I mean. What percentage of unalivings is cold cases?
Oh damn, I don't know.
They not solving crime. They misdemeanor cops, bro. They worried about Munchie riding a bike on the sidewalk.